back with another reaction.
Again!
So this time, as I said, this is the part I really want to react to, really. But the thing is I have some views that a lot of you might not agree with. But we're going to get into that. So this is the trophy part of the debate. I'm not sure how far I have to go. I'm 1 hour 39 in. And yeah, so we're just going to let it play from here. And just basically let them speak. And I'll react to what I need to react to in the meantime before we get to the trophy bit. You know what I mean? So let's get into this. I mean, I'm enjoying so far doing reactions this way where I don't have to spend an hour editing clips, even though, you know, I'd say I'm good at editing. But to be able to do it on the spot is a lot easier. So anyways, let's talk about this. Sick of them sweatsuits and them corny hats. Let's talk about it.
Just because you have the best defense doesn't mean you're going to win the title. Because guess what? We had the best defense last season. We didn't score enough goals, which is why when you said you rated Arsenal's window a 7 out of 10, I rated it a 0. Yeah, Man City will win the league again. I am adamant. Right. Do you know why? Because even if Rodri is out, even if KDB's out, and even if Haaland gets injured, they know how to get over the line. Why? Because they win trophies. That's why Liverpool, win trophies as well, because they know how to get over the line. Nobody at this football club, Kieran Tierney and Bukayo Saka, and Bukayo Saka never played in the semi or the final. Yeah, only Kieran Tierney, who's the second most decorated player in my football club, by the way. Yeah, only 2 players that have won something in my football club are Saka and Tierney.
I have to call on that.
Stop the cap.
Martinelli actually won the FA Cup with us as well. I don't think he played in the final. I don't know if he came on, but Martinelli also he's also involved in that team. Because I remember at that time, United fans was comparing him to Mason Greenwood, and I remember posting a photo of Greenwood's season and Martinelli's season, and a side-by-side photo shows Martinelli with the FA Cup trophy and Mason Greenwood with nothing. 2020 FA Cup final. Just quickly look this up. Just so that we're clear on who was actually in the squad and who wasn't. So wait a minute. No, I think I stand corrected. No, I stand corrected. No, Martinelli wasn't involved. So he just wasn't in the team. I stand corrected. Jesus, I stand corrected. Martinelli wasn't actually involved. So I'm looking at the team now. Yeah, the only players left is Kieran Tierney and and Saka. And Saka never came on. Obviously, Nelson's on loan, so you know it's not him. And obviously, we sold Nketiah because he came on in that final. So I'd stand corrected. Because I saw Martinelli with the trophy, I assumed he was like on the bench for that final. But yeah, I stand corrected. Let's carry on.
They're still here. Yeah, he's got rid of every single player that has actually won stuff at our club.
He built a better team than the one that he got.
No, he hasn't. I'll put that.
Now I see, Judge Moore.
Stop the cap.
If it was so better, this team would have. All this money spent, and all we've got is a shield. That's basically what he's won with his own team. This team that he assembled, all they have is a shield. Nothing if you believe Arsenal won 30 trophies. A shield if you believe Arsenal won 47 trophies. Right? People say, oh, he's built a better team. Can't win with them. The better team he built got kicked out of the FA Cup by Man City and Liverpool. Right? He beat a Man City with a worse team than this. Right? Worse team and won the trophy in the final. Builds a better team, and he gets knocked out by Man City. He gets knocked out by Liverpool. Get knocked out by Southampton and them. Come on now, what are we doing out here?
That's a very subjective opinion.
No, it's not subjective. No. The predefined metric for success in sport is a trophy. Yes or no? The predefined metric for
what you're all here for? What you're all here for? If you're in a competition, why are you there? You're there to win the damn trophy, aren't you?
success in sport is a trophy. Yes or no?
We already disagree. Actually,
Well, let's not try and rewrite history. They hand them out to the winner.
You know what?
Progress, success.
Okay, you know what Oli said? What Oli Gunnar Solskjaer, he said.
So you're changing the subject.
No, I'm not. Because
What is the predefined metric for success
Because
in
I'm not.
sport? It's a trophy. They hand them out to the winners. And I've done
But
for
not all
about 150
trophies.
years.
No.
You mean
Oh, no.
what do you mean? Not all trophies? How does that mean? how does that make sense? Not all trophies, mate. So only certain trophies are there to be won, and the rest are just there. Is this what we do? So not all competitions count. See, this is where I'm with Lee Gunner. I said there's not much I disagree with him on, right? When I'm hearing this, not every trophy though. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to explain.
Just help me to understand. I'm waiting.
Listen, you can gang up on me all you like, yeah? Man,
No.
they have handed
We're ganging up on you. You spoke 7 minutes on the
you can rewrite history all you like.
You and Offside were 2 together against me.
Listen, the predefined metric for success in sport is a trophy.
We disagree.
Yeah, well, you can disagree all you like. That is your opinion.
Jeez.
Stop it. Get some help.
What? Ah!
We disagree, Don Husam said.
I love it.
Let's hear it.
My opinion, his opinion, the chat's opinion. Hand the trophy out to the person who wins, not the person who goes seconds.
Not a trophy. Let us go.
The title, the trophies, they hand out to the team that wins.
2 trophies. In my opinion. In the Champions League. Premier League, in my opinion.
Right. Let me just stop there. Right. This whole thing of only the league and the Champions League count. Only they matter. Is this FA Cup and League Cup thing? This is a very, I believe, football started after 1992 logic. This is post 1992 brains, post 1992 intelligence. This is no different than saying Arsenal have only won 3 league titles. It's no different from saying Liverpool have only won 1 league title. It's literally no different. I mean, there's a such thing as TikTok brain. This is like the equivalent, but in a football form. This whole thing of the FA Cup and the League Cup is just a nothing. Just nothing at all. But the Premier League and Champions League, we know they're the main 2. But the way people talk about the FA Cup and FA Cup and League Cup is like it's basically nothing. It's basically a nothing. See, those who are much older than us, that are heavily invested in whatever football club they support, right, are less likely to look to downplay the League Cup and the FA Cup trophies, because depending on what club they support, they would have seen their clubs win those, and the way it was valued pre-1992, they see the same value in it now. Post 1992, now people are like, oh, the League Cup don't matter. FA Cup don't matter.
And I'm going to tell you something. You see the standards? You're talking about standards? I'm going to tell you something. I sat on fucking every single stream. And I said, if Arteta wins the FA Cup with the Carabao Cup for the next 5 years and don't win the league, by the second year, you should sack the guy. Yeah.
Stop it.
No.
Get some help.
I said,
No, I totally disagree.
Let me just go back again. He actually said,
in my opinion, and I'm going to tell you something. You see the standards? You're talking about standards? I'm going to tell you something, right? I sat on fucking every single stream. And I said, if Arteta wins the FA Cup with the Carabao Cup for the next 5 years and don't win the league, by the second year you should sack the guy. Yeah, I said no.
So he thinks. So from what we can grasp, right? Fully judge more. I don't know if Sam thinks the same way as what he just said. So far, they think Arteta is doing all right. Arsenal's scary. Arsenal are this and that. Arsenal that, right? But if Arteta was to win League Cups and FA Cups or whatever for the next 5 seasons, but don't win the league, that's when he should be sacked. Can you see where we are now? So winning nothing, you're scary as fuck. Winning nothing, you got world-class players. You win some, God forbid you win cups and don't win the league. That crosses the line. Can you see where we are now? Can you? Jesus Christ. Now someone needs to help me.
Just help me to understand.
Let me just make sure the mic's turned up. If Arteta puts pressure on Man City, wins nothing because he's trying to win the league or the Champions League, we've got world-class players. Arsenal are scary. Arsenal are dominant. Mentality monsters. But if Arteta was to not win the league, but win League Cups and FA Cups for the next 5 years, that's when, in his opinion, he should be sacked. What does that tell you about how these men really see Arsenal? These men that are pandering to Arsenal's dominance, they want us to stay here, people. Because the rival fans, they want us to stay not winning anything. Deep down, which is fine. It's just when it's being used as a clickbaiting type of fashion just to join a fan base, this is where I can see why people would get annoyed. I need to bring that back. Jesus Christ, I need to bring it back. Hold on. I mean, if he's gonna let me.
In my opinion, and I'm going to tell you something. You see the standards? You're talking about standards? I'm going to tell you standards, right? I sat on fucking every single stream, and I said, if Arteta wins the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup for the next 5 years and don't win the league, by the second year, the guy. Yeah, no! I said,
no, I totally disagree with that as well.
Exactly.
Well, I've been critical of Arteta, right? Because that season when we finished 93%, we were 93% top of the league and didn't win the trophy. I said, even if Arteta wins the league next season, or if you don't win the league with something else, or the Champions League with something else, just get rid of him. Because I was fuming from the season before. Obviously, I didn't expect to be in back-to-back title races to begin with, right? But when the smoke clears, when emotions are, because obviously we do say things out of emotion, right? But we know if Arteta just finishes this season with League Cup or FA Cup, we know he's staying. We know that, right? I still don't believe Arteta can win Arsenal the league. I don't. I believe he's only good enough to win that FA Cup and a Shield. I mean, but if he wins League Cups and FA Cups for the next 5 seasons and doesn't win the league, if someone said that's going to happen because he's going to be staying here, someone said that's going to happen, I'm taking that. But let's carry on.
I literally said that. You said at the end, in my opinion, progress has to come at the end when you win the Premier League.
What do you class as progress? What finishing a few spots below?
No.
Closer to the winner.
At the end,
8th, second. What is that progress?
Let me just answer. Progress for me is at the end. Steps until you win your league title in England, in Germany, or the Champions League. You freaking come 4th, 3rd, 2nd.
Wait, so steps is getting closer by points, but not winning trophies. This is what man are saying now.
What?
So far, Man U are making more steps towards winning bigger trophies than what we are. They went from the League Cup, almost took the FA Cup with it, took the FA Cup eventually. Who's to say Ten Hag might not stink his way into Europa League win. Man, you have more European pedigree than what we do. If Ten Hag wins the Europa League, for example, right? He's literally gone. I've won the least desired trophy to the one of the second, third desired trophies to the second or third desired trophy, a European one. If he does that in those steps, one, he's lapsed Arteta anyway, right? And two, that's better progression than ours, despite if they finished 9th this time. You know what I mean? Well, we're getting ripped for not having European pedigree, even though we've won 2 European trophies in our history. We're getting ripped for not doing that. How many of you, if Man U were to win the Europa League this season and finish 9th, how many of you are going to turn around and say, I'd rather stay finishing second, winning nothing? Despite people, all rival fans are saying, is you don't have European trophies. You know what I mean? Imagine getting our hands on a European trophy again. How that boosts the club up worldwide and everything like that. Makes the club even bigger like that. Because we're still in the same conversations as clubs that have got European success like that. So just imagine if we get it. You think I'm gonna care if we finish 10th with a Champions League or Europa League? No, I wouldn't. Come on now.
Fourth, and win the cup every year, your manager. See? You absolutely lowering your standard for your club.
No. No.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
The aim of the game is to win trophies. That's why you play it.
Don't piss me off now. I take FA Cup every year.
Well, that's your problem. The aim of the game is trophies.
Whoa.
I take FA Cup. Hold on, man.
The aim of the game is to win trophies. That's why you play it.
Don't piss me off. Now, I take FA Cup every year.
Well,
Husam said he wouldn't take the FA Cup every year for 10 years. Right? I'm sorry. Unless your team is just can't stop winning league titles, I don't know who football fans think they support to be saying stuff like that. I honestly don't. I wouldn't take the FA Cup for the next 10 years. So Liverpool have how many FA Cups now? What, 8, 9? I think 9 now or something like that. So you wouldn't take having 19 FA Cups. Liverpool aren't winning trophies every single season. So unless you're doing that, I don't get why people are having this narrative of, I wouldn't take that for the next 10 years, 5 years, whatever. Who do y'all think y'all are? Do you think you support Real Madrid or someone? Come on now. You need to help me.
Just help me to understand.
That's your problem. The aim of the game is trophies.
No, but see, let me tell you what I said about my manager in Zambia. I said, if this guy for the next 3 years win me 3 cups and 3 Super Cups and lose the league every year and don't win the Champions League, sack the guy. You see me?
Oh, Jesus Christ. God, so
I've seen him do it.
So Judge Moore, who's an Inter Milan fan, if his manager won cups and the Super Cups for the next how many years and doesn't win the league, he thinks he should be sacked. So you see the standards that other fans have for their club. We have Terry that twerks for Arsenal talking about how scary we are despite we're not winning anything, but his manager's winning trophies and he wants him gone, right? You got Judge Moore, who's an Inter Milan fan. They're not so long ago won the league title. I think they won the league last season, didn't they? Something like that. Somebody help me out. This ain't live, by the way. Forgot to mention in the beginning. Let's put it this way. Husam was a Liverpool fan. Mo, who's an Inter Milan fan. These men have seen their club win a trophy within the last 2 years. But now they'll be saying, "Oh, we'll take trophies unless it's league for the next few years." But then we'll gaslight Arsenal fan base that Arsenal are so world class and Arteta's doing a good job, despite we're winning nothing. Could make this up, could you? Could make this up. You see, and this is what Lee's talking about when it's you don't have the same standards for your club, and then people like Lee becomes a problem now because we're not doing what your clubs are doing. Honestly,
Just help me to understand.
Again! And I got like an FA Cup on the wall. Okay, let me finish now. This is very important. Your standards are different than mine. I believe the way you talk now is lower your standard of your club than mine. I'm going to tell you again. Let me repeat that again. If Inzaghi stays 3 more years and he won the league title with Inter the Champions League and don't win the league with the Champions League and wins the cup every year, I want my manager sack. I hold you.
see? But Arsenal are getting sucked off because Saka can assist from a corner, which makes us world class. Despite we put the pressure on twice against Man City and won nothing. And then the Arsenal fan base gets gaslit into believing that this is something good. Meanwhile, the club you support, those of you who are doing this, you wouldn't stand for winning cups if it meant you won't win the league during that period. See that? See? This is why Arsenal fans, like Lee Gunner, want all y'all to just leave Arsenal the fuck alone like that. And just focus on your club. You know what I mean? Because you don't have that same standard for your club. You know what I mean? You don't. Everyone's well within the right to do content and whatever, right? But when Arsenal fans have something to say about what's not happening at the club or for what they want to be happening, and then they see fans like these that will suck off Arsenal, you know what I mean? You wouldn't suck your club off if you were doing what we were doing, just putting pressure on with nothing. At least Don Husam, being a Liverpool fan, every time they put pressure on Man City, they actually won something with it. Champions League in one season, League Cup and FA Cup in the other. Anyways, let's get back into it.
Your club the same. This is why I'm looking at Arteta in the league and in the Champions League. Very simple.
Not at all. And I'll tell you, I'll be pointing that straight away. The aim of the game, no matter how many times you say it, I say it, everybody in the chat says it. They hand out a trophy to the winner of said tournament or said league. Yeah, that's what they do.
Nobody cares about the cups.
Nobody cares about the cups.
You only care about the cups. Your club on cups. No. The only reason people don't care about the cups is because Arsene Wenger has fucking brainwashed world football into thinking top 4 is better than the cup. Yeah. At the end of the day, in 1993, Arsenal did a cup double. Do you know where we finished? We won the League Cup and we won the FA Cup. Do you know where we finished in the league that season? When? Where? 10th. Garbage.
And you know what? I'll say in recent times, the last time we won the FA Cup, we finished 8th, I think it was. I didn't give a shit that we finished there. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't give a shit. Coming out with the FA Cup like that, I didn't give a shit. Obviously, I was hoping we'd progress to be even better, and then, but I didn't give a shit. The way I felt after that season was far better than the way I felt the past 2 seasons. Far better. You give me 8th now in an FA Cup, you will find me happy at the end of the season because I won something. Just saying. I remember how I felt. You know what I mean? It's been, finishing 8th like that, but then you win the FA Cup. It literally didn't matter. It didn't matter. But that's just me. You know what I mean? Man United fans do it. They have their meltdown. You know what I mean? They have the meltdown. But that's them.
Do you think anyone give a shit? We won 2 trophies. And our opinions, all 3 of us sat on here, and everybody in this chat, it doesn't matter what our opinions are. No, it doesn't matter. No.
I agree with you.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Let me land. It doesn't matter what any of us 3 on this panel will say, and anybody in this chat say. Yeah? Because the predefined metric for success in football has been there for over 150 years. It's called a trophy. And they hand them out to the winner. Yeah. So you're the winner of said cup. You're the winner of said league. You're the winner of...
And let me just stop there, right? Let me just stop there. So for those who disagree with what Lee's saying, with those who think trophies are everything, right? I wonder how these same fans would view a club. Let's say, let's take Brighton. They're a perfect example, actually, because I think the only thing they've won that's meaningful in their history, that's meaningful at least to today, is a Community Shield, and they only got in that for winning some Sussex Cup or something like that in the 1920s, right? So really, the Community Shield out of the four, the Community Shield, League Cup, FA Cup, Premier League, it's only the Community Shield Brighton have, right? So if Brighton do what we're doing, put pressure on, look like you're going to win the league, end up with nothing. Basically, you're trying to a 10 out of 10. She leaves you with blue balls at the end of the night because she went with an alpha guy or some shit like that, right? I wonder if Brighton kept doing that for the next 20 years, right? For example, kept doing that for 20 years, kept being up there, getting Champions League, all that, but you weren't winning anything, right? I wonder what these same football fans would say. I wonder what they would say.
I'm waiting.
Would that club be classed as a big club? Or would people just non-stop say, you got to win trophies there? I'm curious right now. Because this whole, you're up there, you're trying to win the league, but you're not doing it. It's getting far, far romanticized. I can imagine, especially pre-1992, that it won't like that. You know what I mean? It won't like that. You know what I mean? If you finish second, you're the first loser type of thing. I can imagine it would have been like that. Like, why are you going to get sucked off for just being a nearly club? Fast forward to today, post-1992 brains. Here we are. FA Cup and League Cups don't matter. That's where we are now. You know what I mean?
I've said Champions League, whatever. Yeah? No matter how many times we want to sit here and debate it, and people in the chat want to dismiss League Cups and FA Cups and this and that, it's irrelevant. They've been handing out cup trophies to the winner. So you can dismiss the League Cup, you can dismiss the League Cup, you can dismiss the Super Cup, you can dismiss the Italian Cup. So can everybody else. You want the big prizes, cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah. That's great. Fantastic. Fantastic. Hold on, because this is my very last point. No, this is my very last point. Yeah. Finishing 8th, 5th, 2nd, or 8th, 5th, 2nd is not progress. Do you know why? Because at the end of the season, you'll start on 0 again. So guess what? There's nothing to say that you're going to progress further than the next season.
Again, I agree with him. I agree with him because 8th, 5th, what was it? 8th, 5th, 2nd, right? Hopefully the next two will be first, but won nothing. Won nothing. Well, again, if you believe of 147 trophies, then during that period won 2 shields. But won nothing. Like, progression would have been I won. I didn't win a trophy this season. The next season I did win a trophy. The next season I won another one. The next season I won 2 trophies, and so on. Otherwise, you're just progressing closer to being a first loser. Really and truly. You know what I mean? That's basically what we've done so far. You know what I mean? We didn't win. End of story. You know what I mean? If you want to say progression in points, then yeah, because if you finish with more points than you did last season, you progressed in terms of getting more points. But is that what you're here for? Or are you here to win? Come on.
Because you finished 5th that season. Because I've seen Sheffield United finish 7th and get relegated the next season. I've seen Burnley qualify for the Europa League and hang on for dear life the following season. I've seen Everton qualify for Champions League. Yeah, and do fuck all the next season. Yeah, league finish is irrelevant unless you win it. I don't care about the Champions League unless I'm going to win it. Yeah, so if we're not going to win it because we don't do enough to win it, go and win some cups because that's success. Yeah, that's success. Yeah, not finishing 4th or finishing close to City, mate. Yeah, trophies are the predefined metric for success, not top 4, not Champions League and league only. You can all the trophies.
So you take 5 Carabao Cups in a row.
Yes.
Okay, no.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. No. Let me ask
I've seen him do it.
5 League Cups in a row. We won't win the league or the Champions League. Would you take 5 League Cups in a row? I don't understand which Arsenal fan would say no to that. I don't understand. Y'all must hate League Cups if you say no to that. But let's listen to more.
In a different way. In the next 10 years, would you rather take 2 league titles in the Champions League or 20 cups, 10 league cups, and 10 FA cups? Which one would you?
I'm taking the 20 because it's 20 trophies.
Oh my word, bro!
Sorry, I know people. Right,
I've seen him do it.
I know people are going to be like, and like, but for the next 10 years, did you say? 2 league titles in the Champions League, or basically win a trophy every season that's only consists of the League Cup and FA Cup. Sorry, I'm with Lee. I'm taking the cups. I'm sorry, I'm taking the cups. I know we know what it's like to not win trophies more than we do to win it. And as much as we want to win league titles, and obviously want to win the Champions League, right? We know the Champions League gets treated as if you win it once, you've won 100 trophies, 100 more trophies go in your cabinet for winning it. I'm sorry. Maybe I have an old school brain, but I'd be lying to myself if I said no, I wouldn't take 10 League Cups and 10 FA Cups or whatever over 2 league titles and a Champions League in 10 years. So that's 7 years doing nothing. And maybe I'm old school, but I'm sorry. I know I have people in my subs commenting, in my previous video about this point, and basically saying, Lee said that he'd take the cups over winning a couple of titles or whatever, but I can understand why people would choose the league titles and the 2 league titles and Champions League over the 10 FA Cups and League Cups. I can understand it, but for me, I want to win. I just want to win every year. Someone's telling me you're going to win every year, or you'll win 3 of the big prizes in 10 years. It's sorry. I mean,
I'm taking 20 trophies.
Lee, you're serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
You wouldn't take Champions League?
I've said this for years and years and years and years and years on YouTube, mate. Yeah, what's better, 3 trophies or 20?
So we
What's better, 3 trophies or 20?
I mean, I know people want to contextualize it because it's like the 20 trophies over 3. But let's call a spade a spade. If we were to win 2 league titles and a Champions League in 10 years, the next 10 years, that puts us on 15 league titles and a Champions League. Or you can have 24 FA Cups and 12 League Cups. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yeah, anyways.
You would think.
No. Stop right there. You're taking away caliber trophy. Yeah. Since when have everyone been entitled to start labeling which trophies better?
When you're the high standard, when you're invincible, and when you're still coming in.
Okay, we got a gold trophy. Yeah, did that come from?
Right. So when we've been invincible and everything like that, that's when we should start lowering what the standards of the trophy in terms of the League Cups don't matter and FA Cups don't matter. I'm sorry, we're not winning enough and often enough to even try do that. Nobody's apart from City. Only City fans can really down talk those cups. Unless you're doing it every year to the point where you're bored, which nobody, at least over here, is doing. I don't know where y'all are getting these standards from. Y'all have the standards of, I want 10s, but I don't qualify for a 10. You know what I mean? If it's not a 10, I don't care. Well, you're going to be alone for a very long time. Type shit. Again, post-1992 brains. That's what this is. The League Cups don't matter. The FA Cup doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Anyways.
We got one trophy, mate.
No. I'm saying
because that team was the fifth. That team was the fifth worst team, and it went bad. It was the fifth worst league title winning team I've seen. 89, 91, 98, 02. Then the Invincibles. Guess what? The Invincibles is gold. It was gold. Guess what? That team was sick. It went better than 02. Why? Because they did a fucking double. Okay.
And there's been a debate, and I'll keep pausing it quite often, but there's been a debate on the 2002 Arsenal and the Invincibles Arsenal. And to be fair, I'd have to give it to the 2002 Arsenal if I'm gonna have to be real. You know what I mean? Like, I know we went invincible away from home that season, but they won a double. we won the double. You know what I mean? It's like Wenger did predict that we'd go invincible, and it happened. So obviously he saw the quality the team had, but yeah, obviously being invincible throughout the Premier League campaign is unique because that hasn't been done since 1888. That shows you how hard it is to do that. But as I was saying to my brother when we were watching this, when we was on holiday, the Invincibles team got pumped by the rivals in that league in that season. Chelsea kicked us out of the Champions League, and Man United knocked us out of the FA Cup. If you want to go a step further, Man United beat us in a Community Shield before that season started. So technically, Man United had an upper hand on Arsenal that Invincible season. Man United stopped us winning a possible double. Chelsea stopped us winning a possible double. Middlesbrough was the ones that kicked us out of the League Cup semi-final that season. This is why I'm saying, if somebody goes invincible today, which the most likely scenario would be Man City, right? All it takes is for them to win more games or get their hands on another trophy. And that's it. You know what I mean? I don't want to downplay the Invincibles, but we have to just call a spade a spade. The Invincibles team got pammed by United and Chelsea out of two competitions that season. You know what I mean? I have to say this is why I'm not saying this, because obviously there's been a debate whether Invincibles and trebles and all that stuff are, and I'm not saying the Invincibles is better than winning a treble. I'm saying that it's harder you will see a treble happen more often than you will see Invincibles. That's what makes the Invincibles unique, right? And if I was a club winning doubles quite often, I'd turn around and say I'd sacrifice a double for just the league if I go invincible. But because we've done that, going forward, I'd choose a double or a treble every single time now. But, you know what I mean? Other clubs might look at it and say, you know, I might sacrifice a double just to go invincible one time.
Was it better than 98? No, they did a double. Was it better than Anfield 89? No, because that was the best team in the world.
Would you rather be Man United today or Arsenal today? In terms of the last tenure, Ten Hag's tenure, Arteta's tenure for you, to be honest.
Well, Ten Hag's won 2 trophies. We won 1.
Do you know that?
What we actually...
I know what it's like. We as Arsenal fans know what it's like for what Man U were going through. You're getting pammed, but you're winning trophies. We know what that's like. We know what that's like. What Ten Hag's doing, I said this, what Ten Hag is doing currently, Arteta should have been doing it on the way of getting to where we are anyway. You know what I mean? Imagine if Arteta came in. Well, he did win the FA Cup in his first 3 quarters of the season, right? Then imagine he got us to, say, 2 cup finals in the same season, the season after. At least won 1. You know what I mean? Imagine if Arteta came in and did what Ten Hag did, this fan base would suck him off big style. Because then he'd be like, he can't stop winning trophies. You know what I mean? What we're doing now is nothing special. It's nothing special. We're not winning anything. As I say, if we're winning League Cups while doing this, I'll look at it differently. If we win FA Cups while doing this, I'll look at it differently. If we win Europa Leagues while doing this, I'll look at it differently. But we're not winning anything. Well, Shield, but those of you who believe we won 47 trophies. But a Shield shouldn't be enough to keep a man in a job anyway. And the Shield is right at the start of the season. You know what I mean? I wouldn't expect a manager to get sacked if you don't win the Shield, for example. You know what I mean?
Hey, hold on, Lee. Do you know that people really call Man United fans? I, your friend, call Man United fans deluded?
Yeah.
For that day.
Yeah, I argue with him all the time. And I argue with him all the time.
So you disagree with him then? Okay,
Yeah, me and Hans argue all the time about this. Me and Man Society argue all the time on this.
Okay. I love this. I like this game then. But
It's not a game, it's actually it's my opinion. No, it's my opinion based off of the facts-based metric. We don't need an opinion-based metric. We have a facts-based metric of success in the game, and it's called a trophy.
Yeah,
You
but
success in trophies.
yeah, but there's something you're ignoring here. You're ignoring the level of the trophy.
No, because guess what? This is a new school thing. Because guess what? Yeah? Guess what? No, no.
Right. So let me stop there. And this is where I'm gonna have to kind of call on Lee Gunner's although I'm with him on everything he's been saying, but I know how he values the Community Shield because it's under friendly rules, right? It's a bit backwards to big up the FA Cup, for example, the way we do, and then downplay the Community Shield when you're only getting the Community Shield if you've either won the FA Cup or won the league. You get handout if you finish second and the team above you wins the double, right? But the Shield, this is where my consistency is different from the majority, 97% of the football fan base, because I look at it as we know how prestige the Premier League title is, right? Only certain fans, if you've got an old school brain or something, you know what I mean, you look at the FA Cup as a prestigious trophy, right? They're the top two in England of the trophies. The winners of them fight for a Shield. My take is the Shield should be even more prestigious, as it's the Super Cup of the start of the season. Going by the UEFA, English Super Cup, that's what they call it, right? Even though it's under friendly rules, right? If Saka scores 10 goals in a Community Shield and Arsenal win 10-0, right? He's already got 10 goals this season, type of thing. Which means if that counts, winning the Shield counts. As yesterday, I asked Google Gemini, which is Google's AI assistant, how many trophies has Arsenal got? And you heard it, those of you who watched the previous stream. You heard it say 13 league titles, 14 FA Cups, 17 Community Shields, 2 League Cups, 2 European titles. So even AI saying that the Community Shield counts. You know what I mean? So this is where you could say Lee Gunner's logic kind of gets flawed because of how he talks about the Community Shield, but the FA Cup is so important. Obviously, we all know the league title is, but he's arguing the FA Cup is so important as well, which I agree with. But then the Community Shield is a nothingness. That doesn't make sense. The FA Cup and the league title, like, that makes the Community Shield in terms of you have to win either one and you'll be in that. You can't just be in there for finishing third and doing fuck all. You know what I mean? You can get in there by finishing second and winning fuck all if the team above you wins the double. I don't think that's right. I think the League Cup winners should then go in. And then if a domestic treble is won, then let second place fall in there. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're in there because you're the top 2 in England. That's what Community Shield is. Anyways, I'm rambling too long.
No. Hold up. 2024 or 1924. 1924 or 2024 is irrelevant because guess what? The trophies are still the same. Yeah. The only thing that's changed is the opinion on the trophies. The trophies are still the same. Yeah. The League Cup, the Champions League, the FA Cup, the Premier League. They're still the same trophies. The only thing that's changed is modern fans have come into the game and made out the League Cup shit. Yeah, because Arsene Wenger told me it was, and everyone now plays the kids and the reserve teams. Everyone said the FA Cup shit. Are you mad? I grew up in fact anyone in this chat. No, hold up. Anyone in this chat, yeah, that grew up on the FA Cup being the biggest fucking thing in the world, by the way. Yeah, so you can talk about Champions Leagues and leagues. The FA Cup, the road to Wembley, all day. Anyone who didn't watch football all season, it was a big festival in England, mate. Yeah, right. This cup has been dismissed. Yeah, and it's
the FA Cup was the way it was back then in the 90s and early 2000s. It ain't like that now. You know what I mean? And fans, I'd say fans and the media had it where it just flipped it into, all right, don't really mean much anymore. And then you've got post 1992 brain fan bases downplaying FA Cups as if it's Mickey Mouse Cups. You know what I mean? But the FA Cup used to be what the league is. That used to be the one. Way back. You know what I mean?
disgrace. Yeah, it's an absolute disgrace. They do a 7-hour build-up on BBC, yeah? Like the road to Wembley. Yeah, the helicopters that follow the coaches. You see the players on the pitch in their suits. You see the route there, how they got to Wembley. This has been dismissed. Yeah, because the modern football fans chatting bollocks on social media. Yeah, no, we don't want that. Well, I think we should have nothing called that.
I'm not saying we don't want it. يا حبيبي I need a question. In 89 you said Liverpool were the best team in the world. The best team in the world because we won 4 Champions Leagues and 7 league titles in 9 years. When you're saying what you're saying, of course people would rather have a Carabao Cup than nothing, but that's changing the goalpost. Our argument is the following: there is a level to the trophy. Meaning, if I won the Premier League, it's a 5-star season. If you win the Champions League, it's a 5-star season because you won the 2 most luxurious trophies. By definition, when you win the Champions League, you've won the most luxurious trophy in the world. You've beaten the best of the best. When you've won the Premier League, you've won the league title that you had to be consistent from August until May 4. Winning the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, don't change the goalpost and act like we're equating it to 0. We're not equating it to 0, but it's not the penultimate success. For me.
Now, I'm not going to deny. I'm not going to sit here and deny that there's levels to the trophy in terms of, like, for example, I wouldn't expect if Wolves had 20 League Cups to their name, I wouldn't then turn around and say they're on level with Man United because Man United have 20 league titles. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go that far. But Wolves are a very successful team if they had 20 league cups. It's still success. I'm not going to try and say the League Cup is the same as the Champions League. I'm not arguing that. Right? We know that, if you give someone a choice, which trophy do you want to win this season? Right? You're choosing either the Champions League or the league title. We know that. Right? But this whole downplaying of you could win the Premier League once, or you could win the League Cup or FA Cup multiple times. And the whole is the League Cups and FA Cups, even winning it multiple times, it's nothingness. I'll take just that one league title. That's where I disagree. That's where I disagree. But when you support a football club who isn't doing any of those things quite often enough to the point where you're starting to get bored, I don't understand where this conversation comes in. The level of trophy. I think right now, especially with the way Man City going on, we should be happy with any trophy we can get our hands on. You know what I mean? You're not winning every year like that. We're just not.
If asked like more right now, said okay, 10 years of FA Cup and Carabao Cup, or would you rather win 4 league titles and two Champions Leagues? I'm choosing 4 league titles and 2 Champions Leagues because that's what makes a club massive in the long term, in the grand scheme of things. It's not the Carabao Cup and an FA Cup. The Ten Hag argument, fair enough, so you're keeping the same energy. I respect that. That's your opinion. We disagree on football level then, because the measurement for success, for me, giving me as an example, the quadruple charge season.
Thank you.
FA 2021, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. Since you want to bring up evidence,
It was 2022 more, but I forgive you.
and receipts. There is receipts and evidence of me saying that season's a failure as soon as we lost the Champions League final, and I got 8.
Jesus.
Ah! What?
So Don Husam, Liverpool fan, is saying that 2022 season when Liverpool was chasing a quadruple and was 2 games away from clinching it, but they came out with a League Cup and FA Cup, was a failure. Jesus.
Just help me to understand.
Imagine winning 2 trophies is a failure because, well, you almost won 4, but you came away with half. That's success. You still had success. It's heartbreaking because you could have won the 2, main ones that people will go after. But to go as far as saying it's a failure, I mean, it's his opinion. But yeah, this is where we are today.
From my own club.
Yeah, I know.
What did I call it a failure? And see how we keep some energy? Because you're one them or the UCL. Have you won success? Have you won Premier League success? The team that Arteta's built right now, the team that Arsenal have right now, is good enough to win the Premier League.
No,
so no problem. Me and you disagree whether like on levels of success. But if I'm saying it right now for 1,800 people right now, if Arteta wins the Carabao Cup this season after spending all the money and building this team up, everyone should be Arteta out.
The point is they won't be.
No, forget them.
Since my mother.
Or forget the people league.
Now, if Arteta spent all this money and wins only the League Cup, right, it's going to get looked at because of how the fan base sees the League Cup as well, right? And obviously, fans have standards for the club because my standards I've kept. See, in fact, the 2022 season, when 2022-23 season, that's when I decided to restart my YouTube channel because I had it before ages ago, but then I rebranded it, right? But before I came back to YouTube, I started a TikTok channel for the 2022-23 season. I've no idea that we'll end up being in a title race, by the way. I was expecting that, I was bracing myself thinking I'm just going to end up being on a rant every week now. Huh? Turns out I didn't. But anyways, I said at the start of that season, I want 2 trophies. League Cup, FA Cup, Europa League, League Cup, Europa League. Because I knew we weren't going to win the league. That's far of reach because I know where we are. You know what I mean? I know where we are. But if we ain't going to win them, right, then let's go for the lesser trophies because, maybe we're more likely to win that because the bigger teams might want to take the bigger prizes. The teams that are winning league titles are going to want to, focus on them, right? And I'm still crying for 2 trophies. I'm still out here crying for 2 trophies in a season. Give me those. You know what I mean? I want all 4, but So unless the target for Liverpool was set on you have to win these 4 trophies, that's your target. You don't win 4 trophies and you've failed. Then I can understand viewing it as a failure, but let's not kid ourselves. Nobody's going into the season like we're going to win all 4 and we better win all 4 and blah blah blah, because it's called being delusional at this point. So to call it a failure Was that your target? Was that your ultimate target? Because you have to be real. Everybody wants it, and you're in competitions to fight to win it. But let's be realistic. Are you going to win all four? We know the standards change going by how the season's going, right? Most Liverpool fans wouldn't have thought that they'll be chasing 4 trophies, right? It ended up getting to the point where it's like they are at that point. But still coming away with 2, you came away with something. Try being us. Try putting pressure on and getting nothing. Try that.
I'm going to tell you, if Arteta finished 3rd and win both cups, he should be sacked. Yes, both cups, he should be sacked. He's a manager, please. I am telling you, in 2021, Man City in 2021 had better season than Liverpool. So this point, it's very important.
Right, so before Mo gets onto what he's saying if Arteta wins both cups, the FA Cup and League Cup, and finishes 3rd, he should be sacked. So, does he not think Arteta should be sacked already then? You see what I'm saying? Man out here putting titles about being world class, this, that, and the other, and that's so scary and all this stuff. But man saying if he wins both cups, so it's almost like winning both cups is worse than winning nothing at this point. But let's listen to his next point.
21, Man City won the league, and Liverpool won the 2 cups. Man City had way better season, even though Liverpool were going for 4 competitions and lost out on the big one. They were lost 2 in the 2 months. If Arsenal, I'm telling you, if Arteta win both cups and reach a Champions League semi-final and come 3rd, he regressed.
Regress compared to what? What? Finishing 2nd with nothing? Bam! Hang on a minute.
Just help me to understand.
So, if Arteta finishes 3rd this season with 2 cups and a Champions League semi without winning the league, he's regressed. What kind of nonsense is that?
I've seen him do it.
You couldn't make this up. Regression. This is how much the League Cups and FA Cups mean nothing now. So if Arteta doesn't win the league, finishes 3rd, gets to a Champions League semi, but wins 2 trophies, he's regressed. You could not make this.
Just help me to understand.
Who?
What?
Jesus.
No, he didn't. I'll tell you why he didn't. I'll tell you what. No, he progressed. He progressed. He didn't regress. He progressed.
Win the league this season. Listen, you say standards. If my club will win the league this season, we're the best team. I want my manager to be questioned.
How would you regress winning 2 trophies in a season? Because you man count league status and league position.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Guess what? Nobody gets to flying Fs about league finish unless you win it. Unless you win it. Okay. Yeah, you 2 do. And guess what? If you finish 2nd, and get to a Champions League semi-final and win 2 cups, would you want your manager sacked?
Me, I will have my manager question because I'm the best team and he should win.
Okay, so that was question.
Wow. You hear that? Nah. Let's win this back.
Yeah, thank you. Guess what? Nobody gets 2 flying Fs about league finish unless you win it. Okay, yeah, you 2 do. And guess what? If you finish 2nd, and get to a Champions League semi-final and win 2 cups, would you want your manager sacked?
Me, I will have my manager question because I'm the best team and he should win.
Okay, so that was question B.
Wow.
I've seen him do it.
So if you finish 2nd, so bear in mind he said if Arteta was to finish 3rd, Champions League semi, 2 cups, he reckons he should be sacked. Now he doesn't hold that standard for his club. If it meant his manager wins 2 cups, finishes 2nd, and gets to a Champions League semi. So the league finish to these men is literally everything. Literally everything. do people enjoy being first losers? So you'd rather be a first loser to a league title, despite you win 2 cups, get to a semi, than be the second loser with 2. So finishing third, what was the difference at this point? Because you still won nothing. You're just a second loser. That's the difference. But you come away with the same prize. Even if you finish 13th in the table in a Champions League semi and 2 cups, and somebody in second place in another league does it, you came away with the same thing. 2 cups, fam. Anyways.
If you finish third, you win sacked. Your words. You just
My
said
manager. My manager.
No, okay, so Arteta
Who's manager? Yeah, which
okay,
guy?
so if Arteta finishes second, yeah, gets a Champions League semi and wins the cup double, should he be sacked?
There will be a conversation about.
Okay, but if he finishes 1 place lower, he should be sacked.
Yes, because there
Come to regression. Jesus Christ.
will be a conversation about.
Okay, but if he finishes 1 place lower, he should be sacked.
Yes, because
Thank you. So that's just stupid. That's a stupid
That's
conversation.
not my opinion.
No. You're basically.
Why is it? Why you put
decision.
stupid?
I've seen him do it.
It is stupid. These men have a fetish for second place at this point. A fetish for second place. You know what I mean? These men have a fetish. I can understand relegation if you were relegated but you won 2 cups and got to a semi. Nobody wants to be relegated. Like relegation's like, I don't think anybody wants to win a trophy and go down. You know what I mean? You at least want to stay in the top flight. Because some people, I mean, I'm surprised it wasn't asked on here actually. Like some people will probably ask Lee Gunner, would you take winning the Champions League or any other trophy, obviously apart from the league? Would you take that and go down? You know what I mean? I personally wouldn't. You know what I mean? Yeah, going down ruins your reputation more than staying up and winning nothing. That will ruin it more, far more. Going down. You know what I mean? Getting kicked out of your house, basically. Would you want to get kicked out of your house but given money? I'll give you money. I'm going to kick you out of your own house. You know what I mean? But this whole thing of, well, if he finishes second with 2 trophies, that's fine. But if he finishes third with 2 trophies, my manager should be up for question. This is mad.
Because you're saying by finishing 1 place higher to the winner, 1 place closer to the winner, yeah, that keeps you in a job. Yeah, it'll be a conversation. But 1 place lower, yeah, to the winner, yeah, you're getting sacked.
Because it's called regress.
No, regress is not a league finish. Regress is not winning a trophy. If he wins 2 trophies and finishes second or third, yeah, I even said it all season, by the way.
Right, I have to put
Stop
it in
the
here
cap.
now, right? Because let's cut it down the middle. See, this is where you can't say I'm in just one camp because I call things out on all sides. So, by Lee Gunner's logic, if Arteta finishes second, let's just say finish second again, right? Which is a most likely scenario, either second or third, right? This season. Let's say don't win anything, but he finishes second or third, right? And then the next season, he finishes 12th. You can't say he hasn't regressed there. You know what I mean? Because he's gone further away from possibly winning the league. But where I would then fall back in place with what Lee Gunner's saying is if Arteta did that but won a trophy, finishing 12th, for me, he did better than finishing second, winning nothing. I'm not in just one side of the whole thing. feel like I'm on my own island a little bit. You know what I mean? The opinion over there is opinion over there. I have my opinion, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because if Arteta was to finish 12th next season and win nothing, we'll all kick off. But if he finishes 12th and wins a trophy, in my opinion, he's progressed because he won us something. The reason why we are what we are because of trophies. And people want to take that away.
I said, if this manager finishes 10th and wins the league, I'll give him 2 more years. Yeah?
Oh.
Why? Because it's trophies that
I'm going
count.
to tell
Not
you,
league finishes.
see the difference? You
The standards aren't different. The standards are not different. The standards are not different. The standards are not different. Okay, let me
The standards between Mo, Husam, and Lee Gunner is different in terms of Lee's standards is trophy standards. Their standards is a certain type of trophy and league finish. You know what I mean? And it's like, what's good to have in your fan base? Because these man sound like they'd be okay being losers for a bit, kind of thing. Whereas Lee Gunner is like, I want to be a winner every single time I can be. Mo and Husam don't have that kind of standard where they want to be winners all the time. You know what I mean? Because even if you give it them, they'll be like, oh, but what kind of win though? Fam, you're not winning the big prizes all the time. You're not Man City. You don't support Man City. You don't win the big prizes all the time. Man City Pep came to England, right? And he said from his second season onwards, for the next 4, he retained the EFL Cup. He did a 4-peat of the EFL Cup, right? Did a 4-peat of the EFL Cup. Stop doing it. You know what I mean? You haven't won the EFL Cup since. Cares about it less now. They tried to retain the FA Cup, but obviously they didn't put themselves on the history board of Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, Blackburn Rovers, and Newcastle United being the only clubs in history to ever retain the FA Cup, by the way. Let me give a Don DeMarco. But he's been retaining league title, 4-peat of the league title now. You know what I mean? You think Man City fans care about the League Cup that much now? You know what I mean? You'd understand them saying, oh, well, I don't want League Cup. Not anybody else. Liverpool won it last season, and Husam's still talking like this. Fam, you got clinched your first league title in 30 years, and you're talking as if you're Man City. Fam, you're not that. You're not that. I don't understand Liverpool fans talking like this either. 1 league title in 30 years. And you're talking about big prizes as if I don't want League Cups and FA Cups. Fam, all of us should take what we can get. Because we ain't retaining anything. You know what I mean? We've retained a trophy more recently than what Liverpool have. If come to think of it, it was like 10 years ago we retained a trophy. You know what I mean? In fact, only Arsenal and Man City in the last 10 years have retained a trophy. Yeah. Only Arsenal and Man City. We retained the FA Cup in 2015. And obviously we know the trophies that Man City have been retaining. So none of us, apart from City, none of us are retaining trophies, yet talking about the caliber of trophies. I'm sorry. Where do they do that at?
Stop it. Get some help.
I've seen him do it. Just help me to understand.
So let me break it down before I carry on, because I know I'm rambling a bit too long now, right? Because Sam hasn't seen his club retain a trophy since... What was the last trophy Liverpool retained? I can't remember the last time Liverpool retained a trophy. We've seen back-to-back finals, but not retaining anything. What are we doing here, man? I don't know about Judge Moore because I don't know what Inter Milan's been doing recently. So I don't know if they've been retaining anything. But you're not even doing that. We're damn sure not doing it. Unless you're retaining, like, I'm winning back-to-back same trophy. You're not even doing that. Only if you keep doing that is when you can talk about, oh, well, that trophy's boring. That's the only way it would make sense. If I'm seeing my club win the league title 6 times in a row, at some point your standards start to change. You start to be like, well, I don't want to next season. I don't want to just take League Cup. I mean, I wouldn't take just the League Cup next season now, kind of thing. That's just life. That's just how it goes. Your standards change according to what's going on. That's just how life works, right? If you're surrounded by nothing but baddies around your section, you know, the least rated woman on your table is an 8. Otherwise, you're dealing with 9s and 10s. You don't want to go any lower than that now. If, for example, if I've got P. Diddy money in my bank account, right, I'm not going to shop in the same places anymore, most likely. There's things I'm not going to do anymore because my standards have changed. But these two, next to Lee, are the equivalent of, I want to spend P. Diddy money I don't have. I want to shop in P. Diddy places I can't afford to. That's basically what they're doing. I know man want to have standards, but fam, y'all aren't watching our clubs retain anything. We're not watching our clubs retain anything, so we should take what we can get. Anyways, let's carry on. You should be doing this because it's downloaded.
Say right now, yeah. 20 years down the road, does any fucking give a shit where Arteta finish second or third? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Yeah, but they'll care about the cups, wouldn't they? Yeah, because that's the size of your club that goes in your trophy cabinet, and that's part of the size of your football club. So you're saying by finishing second, no, I'll keep it, or maybe it's a conversation, but by finishing third or second, you won 2 trophies, you're crazy. Yeah. You're crazy. Guess why? Because this is a thing that has been brainwashed into football fans around the world for years and years and years that Arsene Wenger created by saying top 4 is a trophy. Then Sky Sports have latched onto it and made out that finishing a few spots closer to the winner is progression. It's not. Because at the end of that season, you end the season, you then start the next one on 0 points and you do it all over again. Yeah? There's no thing that says because you finished 8th, you're going to finish 5th. Yeah? That's now progression. There's no thing that says if you finish 5th and you finish 8th the next season, that's regression. This is a finish. No, it's not a regression. You didn't win. I'll tell you why. Because the predefined metric for success in sport is a trophy. So guess what? There's one winner in the league. You all fucking lost. Yeah, but I agree with you. Yeah, but hold on. I absolutely agree with you. I don't disagree, but hold on. We're going to do super chats now, but let me just... I'm going to go... Say your point, do the super chats. But just a point, Lee. If I am the 8th fastest guy and I come 8th this season in this Olympics and I train harder and next one I get on the podium and I get 3rd, my progression the time after to get a bronze or
you still lost.
Silver medal. If I go and now become the 5th again, I regress. I didn't train enough. I didn't practice.
Yeah, but you're talking about an individual sport, not a team sport. You're talking individual.
Exactly.
No, it's not the same. It's an individual. No. It's an individual sport. Yeah, it's an individual sport. And guess what? Yeah, real talk. Even if you want to call it the same, which it technically is. Yeah, who won? Because you didn't both times.
But that's why the aim of the game at the end is to win the league of the Champions League.
Okay, the aim is to win.
This is that post 992 logic again. The aim is to win the league and the Champions League, as if the League Cup don't matter, the FA Cup don't matter. Champions League, you know, the competition that was rebranded after 992, coincidence. Premier League, you know, say 992. See, it's post 992 brain. That's what this is. And there's no age specific on post 992 brain. You can be 100
and still have a post 1992 brain. The post 1992 brain, right, is
League Cups and Premier League and Champions League are the only things that matter. The League Cups and FA Cups don't. And if your club's won 100 league titles, but 2 of them were called the Premier League, you've only won 2 Premier Leagues. You know what I mean? That's post 1992 logic. But it's funny enough, nobody uses that post 1992 logic when it comes to the Champions League. So you best believe, like I said before, Arsenal just get their hands on just one Champions League trophy, right? Then I'm coming at Chelsea fans. Oh, well, no, not Chelsea fans, because they didn't win it when it was called European Cup. I'm coming for Aston Villa fans because they haven't won the Champions League before. That's what I'd be saying. I'd be coming at Forest fans. Oh, well, we've won the Champions League. Yours was called European Cup. I'd be coming at United fans. We're just one behind you because that one you won in 68, that was called the European Cup. You get my gist, right? That's what I'll be doing. I'll be using the post-1992 brain logic. Should Arsenal get their hands on the Champions League? So y'all better pray Arsenal don't touch the Champions League like that. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? Anyways, let's carry on.
Not yet, but guess what? Okay, so no, the aim is to win all trophies. No. Yes. What are we doing here? Winning.
Man said, no.
Just help me to understand.
Only Solskjaer said, you winning the cups.
Why is Solskjaer a serial loser, mate? Why are we?
No, using your logic, has a lot of trophies playing for Man United. So
no.
That's what I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. You winning the cups does not just for big clubs only. Not, with all due respect, not Brighton, not Southampton.
For big clubs only.
Brighton never won a major honour in their life, so we'll take that out of the equation.
For big clubs that won major honours before, that target should always be to get someone to win the Champions League.
No, it should be to win everything.
Yes. But everything.
Then win something.
Yes, spot on.
So if you don't win everything, if you can't win the major ones that you guys are saying are majors, then don't win the others.
You be in the ring.
No. Throwing the minor ones that you call the League Cup and the FA Cup in the bin to try and win the majors, and then not win the majors. What the fuck? Throwing that shit at the wall you're insane, which is why I rate Klopp.
With you.
My
point is, yes, you say we tried to win the Premier League last season. We could have, but we left the season with the Carabao Cup.
Thank you. You had a better season than Arsenal. You had a better season than Arsenal.
I we're saying in the here and now.
No, Man City won the league.
Yeah, we're saying now in the present.
Yeah, Man City had a better season than Liverpool. Liverpool won the league.
Liverpool won 2 cups. Liverpool won 2 cups.
No, not last season. They didn't.
No, 2021 quadruple cups. Quadruple season. Man City won 1 trophy.
Yeah, Liverpool won 2. Liverpool, they won 2 trophies.
I've seen him do it. Just help me to understand.
I can't defend that, Lee. I'm sorry, fam. I can't defend that. So in case you missed it, guys, I'll go back. Let me just...
That's mad.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let me go back.
The League Cup.
Liverpool won 2 cups.
Not last season. They didn't.
No, 2021. Quadruple season. Man City won 1 trophy.
And they won 2. Liverpool, they won 2 trophies.
So Lee Gunner said Man City Liverpool had a better season than Man City in 2022 because Liverpool won 2 trophies, being the League Cup and the FA Cup, while Man City just won the league title. By that logic, he would take the League Cup and the FA Cup over the league title this season. By that logic. Now, I know I agree with Lee on I would win 10 cups each of the League Cup and FA Cup over 2 league titles in the Champions League
in the same span of time, right? 10 years or whatever, 20 years or whatever. But if you're talking about one season, I can't, as much as I would love to win a double again, I don't agree Liverpool had a better season. I know I'm falling into the trap of the level of the trophy, but it's better to be the champion of England than it kind of calls out our logic, at least for me, anyway. This question, but nah, I disagree with you on that. He said Liverpool had a better season. I mean, technically speaking, it's better to win 2 trophies than win 1. Technically speaking, it is. But, you know, yeah, it's better to win 2 than just 1. But, yeah, you're either league champion or League Cup and FA Cup double. But then again, if Lee said no, Man City still had a better season, then the debate falls back in their hands, because then they're calling him out on, I thought he said trophies matter. So Lee is kind of forced now here to stay consistent with what he's saying. He's forced to stay consistent. I can't defend this. I can't defend it. You know, I just can't. I can't defend it. I just can't. I don't know who else would say the same thing Lee Gunnar said. Because I do know for sure, one thing I do know for sure is if you ask most Liverpool fans, if you could change that 2022 season and give back the League Cups and FA Cups you won that season and take that league title off Man City, would you do it? I'm for sure they would say yeah. But obviously that's opinions, isn't it? You know what I mean? But by Lee's logic, he should rather Arsenal win FA Cup and League Cup over winning the league this season, by his logic.
That's what it's not, man. What's better, 2 trophies or 1?
I don't win the Premier League over 5.
No, I'm not asking. What is the better, 1 trophy or 2? Which is better? What? No, you're not trying to make out.
You're equating things that aren't equal. You're telling me what's better, 1 watermelon or 2 dates?
No, we're talking about an elite level sport, and the aim of elite level sport is to win trophies.
Win the elite trophy.
No, to win trophies.
Elite.
Yeah, and guess what? The FA Cup and the League Cup are elite trophies. They've been dismissed by social media.
I'm not dismissing them. I'm saying that
the Community Shield. Let me just love this guy.
Right, so before Lee gets onto the Community Shield, because someone's put something in the chat, right? The League Cups and FA Cups, there would have been elite trophies, but the way it's been viewed now and the way the competition's shaped up, it's lost its spark. So it's hard now for people to give it any sort of credit. But it's going to get into the Community Shield in a second. But that same logic can fall into the Community Shield. It's never been rated, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. When really it should be, because you at least have to win an FA Cup or the league title, which, going by Lee's metric here, the FA Cup and the league are pretty much the same value because they're both trophies. I don't get why the Community Shield is such a shit thing to count.
Chat very quickly. No, he said Charity Shield, Community Shield. The Community Shield had to change its name from the Charity Shield because the FA didn't give enough money to charity. So guess what? Not only that, but not only that, it's also played on friendly rules, which means you can have 7 subs, and yellow cards and red cards don't carry over. Yeah, it's the best.
Well, that to me, in my opinion, that to me is irrelevant, because why are you in the Community Shield is different from an Emirates Cup, from whatever, Audi Cup, whatever it is. The Community Shield is superior to them. You're in there because you were either the best or the second best team in the country. That's why you're in there.
That's why all the other Super Cups around the world. Oh, my battery's low on my laptop. That's why all the other Super Cups around the world is the best team versus the second best. You know what I mean? So this is where I disagree with Lee now.
Enough money to charity. So guess what? Not only that, but not only that, it's also played on friendly rules, which means you can have 7 subs and yellow cards and red cards don't carry over, into domestic competition. Which is why the Italian Supercoppa, and the Spanish Super Cup, they are official, played under proper rules, not friendly rules, professional rules.
It's not the same.
That is not a cup, and it is not to be put in with your honors of your clubs.
It's not.
Stop the cap.
Sorry.
I've seen him do it.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to check that. I'm gonna have to do it again. My phone's being my webcam right now, so what I'm gonna have to do is we'll have to ask Google Gemini. How many trophies has Arsenal Football Club won?
Arsenal Football Club has won a total of 47 major domestic and international trophies. This includes 13 league titles, 14 FA Cups, 2 League Cups, 17 FA Community Shields, 1 European Cup Winners' Cup, 1 Intercities Fairs Cup. These trophies solidify Arsenal's place as one of the most successful clubs in English football history.
I hope y'all heard that. Those of you who have got an Android phone, right, especially if you've got one of the newer ones, or Android device, you might have Google Gemini installed, right? It comes pre-installed anyway, but just ask it. To be fair, it's not right on everything, is Google Gemini. I've tested it out myself, but that's a basic question, you know what I mean? The Shield clearly counts when you're totaling up all the trophies. So despite that it's not played on domestic rules, it's under friendly rules and whatever, it's irrelevant. You know what I mean? Winning the league title in the FA Cup means you go into the Community Shield. It means that much that you're going to play for the Community Shield. Just like if you won the Bundesliga and the German FA Cup or the Spanish La Liga and the Copa del Rey, etc., you go into a Super Cup for it. Obviously, other countries like to do things a bit different to England, usually better in some ways when it comes to making effort. You know, the way the Community Shield shaped up, that's why it's not getting valued like that. But the way Lee views the Community Shield is how people like Don, Husam, and Judge Moore feel about League Cups and many other fans. They feel that way about League Cups and FA Cups. Despite the rules and everything like that, that's how they feel about it. They see them how Lee sees the Community Shield. If you want to ask my opinion, does the Community Shield count as a trophy in the season? My answer is yes, based on the logic of you total up the total trophies of each club, they're counting the Community Shield. The Community Shield is something that has to be won every season, just like the rest, the League Cup, FA Cup, and obviously the league title. So that's the part I disagree with Leon. That and I can't defend Liverpool having the better season than Man City because they won the League Cup and FA Cup and Man City won the league. I can't defend that. I can defend it from the standpoint of the basic of it's 2 trophies versus 1, but you know, we all know if somebody says you win 20 League Cups or 20 FA Cups for the next 20 years, or you win 20 league titles, we all know people are choosing the league titles. We all know every man and his dog is choosing that. You know what I mean? So let's carry on.
It's a charity game. It's a glorified soccer aid. It's played. It's a glorified soccer aid. Yeah, and it's played on friendly rules, not professional rules. Yeah, so you can throw that in there all you like. Yeah, but them 4 trophies: the Europa League, the Conference League. Yeah, back in the day, UEFA Cup and all of that. These are proper trophies. Yeah, and every single trophy you should be aiming for. Every single one. Don't throw this one away to try and win that and then not win that to win that. Then at the end of it, you win nothing. Because that's what my manager's done for 4 years.
Yeah, but you're talking about winning nothing at the end of it. That's
yeah,
different.
and that's what my manager's done, which is why
That's what we've been doing. That is what we've been doing. You know what I mean? It's because that's what we've been doing.
I'm saying Arteta this season need to win one of the 2 big ones. That's what I'm saying.
No, he's doing something. He needs to win something.
He went to bro.
Win me a League Cup and I'll be happy.
Standards.
And we go again.
FC. Standard FC here.
You have
for
no
Arsenal.
standards,
Lee. Your standards are low. Here for Mo. Standard.
I am curious though, if we were to win the League Cup, if Arteta was to win the League Cup for the next 3 years, I'm curious to know whether that would be good enough for League Gunner. Or I should say, how long would that be good enough before he starts demanding more? You know what I mean? Because I don't think it'll be that long before the likes of League Gunner starts demanding more, because we're not going anywhere. We're just finishing second with League Cups. You know what I mean? So there's that as well.
Standards are low for your own club. I want to win the Cup
See
or the Prem, and you want to fucking Carabao Cup. Have some shame.
Okay.
League or
Let me say this then.
Champions League?
How many League Cups has Pep Guardiola won?
I don't know. 5. Like
5. Why did he take that seriously then? Because he's the greatest manager in the world, yeah, right now, and arguably the greatest ever. Not for me, Fergie is, but why did he keep winning it? Why did he want to?
I think Pep's won 4 League Cups: 2018, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, 4.
Win it. Why did Jose, when he first went to Chelsea after doing a treble at Porto, why was that the first trophy he took serious? Why? Because apparently, I mean, it's levels to this shit, apparently. So why did 2 of the GOATs take that cup seriously?
Yes, but
why? No, tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me why.
Why is Mourinho remembered?
You can answer.
Why is Mourinho remembered? Does anyone remember Mourinho for a fucking Carabao Cup? No, they don't.
Yeah, because I just remembered it. So,
actually, Mourinho, the first thing Mourinho did was come into England and win the League Cup. So he saw it as that important. Pellegrini did the same thing. Came into England, won the League Cup straight away. Did someone else do it? Oh, Rafa Benitez did it. He came in. No, wait, hold on. No, he got to a final. He got to the final in 2005, didn't he? Of the League Cup. So yeah, there has been a handful, less than a handful, I'd say, of managers that came in, at least got to a final of the League Cup, or tried to win it. You know what I mean? So they took it seriously that much. Yeah, you could say once they did it, they stopped doing it, kind of thing. But the point of the matter is the site is important enough to go and take it.
Yeah, okay, you just remembered it. But when people talk about Jose Mourinho, they talk about the treble at Porto. They talk
about the whole thing. Total trophies. Total trophies. Total trophies.
If Mourinho no one mentions Copa del Rey. If Mourinho never won a cup in his life, they're gonna remember that Inter. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, guys. Let me just say something.
Halima, you're 18, so that was 20 years ago. You weren't born, mate.
Before we go to the chat, I just want to tell you guys something. I'm not here saying blazingly this was one of the best debates I've had.
Oh no, it's been sick. We've both been a little bit like violent in terms of the.
I'm going to leave it there anyway. I've the time as well. I've got an appointment to go to for my eyes fam, so I need to go and get ready and get going. But yeah, I enjoyed reacting to that. You know what I mean? I enjoyed that very much, man. But yeah, as I said, there isn't much I disagree with League Gunner on, but you know, there was a couple that I disagree with there, and that's fine. I mean, as I said, anybody that I do content reactions to, I don't have anything against them or anything like that. Football opinions is a football opinions and whatever, and so on and so forth. So it is what it is. But yeah, he obviously he has his opinions on it, and everybody else has theirs. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that reaction. Yeah, any other videos that you guys see, do let me know, and you know, I'll have a look into it and react to it and whatever. Like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow all the socials. The link is in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I mean, I know we've got football back this weekend, so stay tuned for my match preview for the Bournemouth versus Arsenal game, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
And if anyone wants to have a come at me,
come and find me. I'm in the car park now.
Because I'm a black belt in karate.
Stop the cap.
Come and have a pop.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.